This is the Dad from MichaelShepard.net, coming to you from RCS Sports Parents and Coaches Recruiting Workshop 2007 from Houston, Texas, the only workshop of its kind in the United States of America. In this video, we continue with the great message from Coach George Raveling of Nike USA and the message that every parent and every player must pay attention to. So let's get back to it.
And then another thing that I'd say to you about recruiting is this. Either you are in control of the recruiting process or the recruiting process is going to be in control of you. And if you're a smart set of parents or a smart parent, you're going to control the recruiting process. You decide who can call and when they can call. You decide when someone can come to your home and when they can't. You see, the coach's jobs are to persuade you to do things that are favorable to them. And if you fall into that trap, then the coaches are going to control the recruiting process. The parents should never lose control of the recruiting process. You should set the parameters for how your child's going to be recruited. And if the school doesn't want to go on with it, so be it. There's over 500 institutions of higher learning in America. There's some place for your child to go. So you should take charge of the recruiting. You should set the rules for recruiting. And I would drop any school that violates the rules that I set up. Because if they violate your rules, why would you want your child to play for you? And then I think as quick as you can, try to narrow your schools down to 5 schools. As quick as you can, try to narrow them down to 5 schools. And then the other thing is, be certain that your child is being offered a scholarship. Just because you get mail and emails and brochures and phone calls doesn't mean they're asking you, offering your child a scholarship. The reality is, they probably have 300 kids on their mailing list. There's 300 kids getting the same letter you're getting. 300 kids getting the same promo material that you're getting. So when you talk to that coach, you should set up a hypothetical situation. You should say to him, Coach, let me ask you a question. Are you telling me if Joe Superstar, let's say his son's name is Charles, are you telling me that if Charles commits to your school right now, he's got a scholarship? Yes or no? You got to find out that early on. You could be the 5th of his choice at that position. And he just keeps stringing you on in case he doesn't get his first 2 choices. So you need to know that. And so it's important to find out if, in fact, they're making a scholarship offer to you. And then the next thing I'd do, if it was my son, I'd make him put it in writing. Send me something in writing, say my son has a personal relationship with the coaching staff. Not just as the players, because the coaching staff going to see me as more than just a player, but as a person. Am I going to have a personal relationship with that person? Are they the kind of people I can go sit down and talk to when I have a problem? And not just a basketball problem. Do I feel the head coach will truly be an extension of my family? Would be an extension of the values that and the norms and standards that my parents taught me when they raised me? Or is he just interested in me because I'm a good basketball player? Is the head coach someone I believe I would trust as much as I trust my dad? Is he the kind of guy I believe I can confide in? Is he a strong role model? Why would you want your child to play for someone who wasn't a strong role model? Why would you want your child to play for someone you're not sure you can trust? And then the last thing I'm going to end up and take some questions is I wrote these down, the recipe for failure in the recruiting process. The first thing I wrote down is lack of a career plan for your life. The second is making an emotional decision. You make it because the team's on TV a lot, or you like your uniforms, or the coach says, if you come, I'm going to start. See, you're going to start. I'd be suspect right away. How many other players you can tell they're going to start? You can't start but 5 of them. Did he promise somebody else at my position that he's going to start? See, I believe it's insulting to your child to tell them that they're going to start. Child should have to earn the right to start. If you did a good job as a parent, you taught your child that whatever he gets in life, he should have to earn. And if he's good enough, he'll earn that starting position. If he isn't good enough, he shouldn't get it. So making emotional decisions. And then the next one is making short-term decisions. You base the decision on the next 2 years or the next 3 years, when the decision should be based on a lifetime of activities. That this decision, can this school help my child get where he wants to be 10 years from now? Can this school help my child get be a better person? Can they prepare him to be a successful business person, a successful doctor, lawyer, teacher? Or you just, at the core of it, can they help him be a better human being? Do I truly believe if my child goes to school, he'll be a better human being? And then the last thing I think is, 2 things, is failing to control the recruiting process. We talked about that. And the last is failure to ask smart questions. On the home visit, you should have 10 or 12 really good questions to ask. Hey, don't ask them typical questions. They're ready for that. What's your graduation rate? If he gets hurt, will he lose his scholarship? Hey, man, they're going to eat them up. They got all practiced answers for all of that. Ask them something that's going to knock them out of the chair. You know. Come up with some difficult questions. This is business now. This is your child's life. They love it when you say, they get to the end of their spiel and they say, got any questions? And you say no. They're home free then. But you can get tricked. I'm telling you, I coached for 31 years. I know what I'm talking about. This ain't some guy that they ain't been around the block. So those are some things that I wanted to throw out at you. I tried to think about some things that would probably be different than what everybody else is going to talk about.
This is the Dad, and that brings to a conclusion these videos from RCS Sports Parents and Coaches Workshop 2007 featuring George Raveling. But there's more. You can order the DVD. Coach Raveling answers questions from the audience, and you can hear other great speakers on the DVD. You can hear Jim Hicks from RCS Sports, Jerome Tang from Baylor University, Paul Hewitt from Georgia Tech and the ACC, Steve Alford, New Mexico, and Coach Todd Neighbors from Angelina, JC. To get your DVD, just visit rcsports.com. Scroll to the bottom of the page and you'll find ordering information. And don't miss RCS Sports Parents and Coaches Recruiting Workshop 2008 coming in October. The only workshop of its kind in the United States of America.